Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine Moyer. This is Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV, Roku, and Twitch.
And today is all about Transformation Tuesday. We're going to talk about transforming your story of your life from some saga into some great epic drama.
Love that.
No,
too.
yeah,
Your phone don't even know it. Okay, Erin. Look at that.
Yes, from trials to triumph.
Yes,
love
all
that.
about that.
And a fabulous new blonde.
You look great.
Thank you.
I really love it.
I like it.
I've truly been transformed by one of Hollywood's most sought after colorists.
Love this.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I'm excited to introduce you to him. Now, good morning to all our very special guests in the studio. Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. We're so excited to have you here on Good Morning La La Land. We love to know what you do and how you start your day. What's one thing you do to really make sure you transform your day from a trial to a triumph, right? Yeah. You've got the mic. Let's take it from there. Good morning.
Good morning.
So,
yeah.
yeah, well, hello. So take a minute to introduce yourself and tell me how you start your day.
Okay, so I'm Mike Zimov. I come to you from Charleston, South Carolina, and I probably start my day exactly how you shouldn't. I generally roll over and look at my phone, and so it's probably the exact opposite of what you should do. But yeah, that's kind of the. Then I roll out of bed, I go down, hug the kids. They're generally getting ready for school, and then I'll get my son off I generally take him to school in the morning just because I enjoy that time with him and that windshield time.
Well, I think it's very important to have family time before business.
There you go.
Right? It sounds like you're starting the day off right.
That's right. Love the transparency. Right to the phone.
Right
to the phone.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm absolutely.
Well,
I wish I could say meditation or something like that, but
It's working for you.
That wouldn't be accurate.
Honesty is the best policy here at Good Morning La La Land. Well, Scott Mantz is in the house. You may know him as Movie Mantz. He's a legendary film critic, the film critic, in my opinion. Good morning, Movie Mantz. How are you today?
Good morning. I mean, first of all, the fact that the name of the show is Good Morning La La Land. I mean, La La Land is my favorite movie, and like when I got the request to be on the show, I'm like, is this a joke? Did they follow me on Twitter? Did they know how obsessed I am with that movie? But how do I start my day? I mean, not that far off from you, and I'm sure for most people. Starting off the day for me is, I look at my phone, I look at the computer, I look at the entertainment news that has transpired overnight from when I stopped looking at the news, because I'm a movie news junkie, and after this past weekend with the Academy Awards, I live for movies and I live for movie news, and I always go on to the entertainment sites like The Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Deadline, The Wrap, to see what's going on in the movie world, and then I get my act together, I get going, I get coffee, and then I'm off and running, literally.
Fantastic.
Well, we're excited to talk some post-Oscar buzz with you later in the show. Joy Stevenson-Laws is in the house. Good morning, Joy.
Good morning. So I'm a healthcare attorney with a nonprofit health information company. And I have 5 big dogs, 5 German Shepherds. So when I start my day, I have to let them out and go play with them for a bit. And then I come back in, and then I look at my phone.
Oh, well, I love puppy love.
Yes.
You know that they call Rob Puppy.
I do. My nieces. I've got a 5-year-old and 2-year-old niece, and they both call me Puppy.
Oh.
How weird is that?
Well, we've
so
got
cute, though.
a very like-minded happiness and life coach here with us.
that.
Tony Lanny is in the house. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Hey, everybody. Probably to start my day, I'm usually up before the rest of the family. I have 2 boys, 11 and 13, and then my wife will get up and we'll all get ready for the day and take my son to school, and just be able to find out what they have planned for the day. At this stage when I'm working with clients, and typically they're older, but I'm always trying to get into the heads of my kids, 11 and 13, and really to find out, what they're thinking, what they're doing. And it's important because, we've all made mistakes through our years as we're growing up, and I just want to kind of, you try to put them on the right track. So that's basically how I start my day.
Spoken like a true life master.
Indeed.
Dr. Nikki Starr is in the house. Good morning.
Good morning. The top 3 ways that I start my day to make it the best day is I do 11 minutes of deep breathing. Then I do an inspirational Instagram post, and my superfood smoothie is like a ritual with like 20 ingredients, organic, high vibe, definitely a vitamin in a drink. So thank you.
So LaLa
She
Land.
belongs in LA. Are you kidding? She is LA.
She is
That's
LA.
dope.
Someday I aspire to be a star like you, Nikki, literally and figuratively. Roxy Magic is in the house.
Magic, we love you.
Welcome back to the show. So, Roxy, I'm wondering, are you doing something different with your morning routine this year than you were doing last?
Yes, I think 1 year ago today, answered the first thing out of my mouth was like breastfeeding. So yes, I do wake up playful. So I wake up, I have a 1-year-old daughter. She turns 1 on Friday, so a lot has changed in the past year. But I wake up every morning and, I play. So I have incorporated a lot more play into my routine. And I also incorporate morning ritual like divination. So I pull my tarot card in the morning to see what message comes through. I like to use the crystal mandala deck. And like Dr. Nikki Starr, I am a superfood junkie. So I make my morning elixir with 4 schematic and elixir, and then I have a superfood smoothie that has literally chia seeds and hemp seeds and so many superfoods in there. So I like to, nutrition is a big part of my diet, and as a healer, it's important what we put in our body. So that is my ritual. A little bit more balanced than I was a year ago.
A LaLa mama, for sure.
Absolutely. Roxy, inquiring minds want to know, what tarot card did you pull today?
Today I didn't even get to breastfeed. So I was like, my fiance woke up with a stiff neck, so he couldn't take care of my baby. So
Okay. Now there's the honest answer. That was what your dream was.
But you know what? I've been pulling cards the past 2 days. It's been shock of the new. So it's really showing me that it's like I'm going through a metamorphosis and a transformation right now, so I keep pulling the same card. So that's what I love about it, because you can shuffle the deck and keep doing it, but if you keep getting the same card, Spirit's trying to tell you, this is your message, receive it.
We received that transformation on Transformation Tuesday today.
What if you get rid of all the cards and you just hold the abundance card and you pick it every day? Does it still count?
Yes.
I love
Stack the
that
deck.
plan. Oh, well, I'm so excited. Welcome to the show, Michael Canale. He is one of the best, according to me and Allure, for the past 14 years. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you.
When I get up, I guess I'm always in a different city, so every day is a different wake up. So I'm always getting ready for work, workaholic, and what else goes on? That's pretty much it. Work, maybe a little meditation with Dr. Joseph Levery, and that's pretty much it. Get ready for work.
Well, they say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
There you go.
Exactly. That's the story for that.
Right.
Oh, well, thank you all so much for being here. We're excited to talk to each of you later in the show.
Wow. I've been so into the stories, just like reminiscing about the movies and thinking about all the movies that have touched my own personal life in good ways and bad ways, the programming that comes through the movies, right?
It's so true.
And I was just thinking about how, when we get in a little woo-woo in La La Land, talk about past life regressions, it's all story. It's all our stories of trials to triumph and all that stuff, and the suffering and how it comes through in our, whether it be through our DNA or whether you believe in past lives, and really how do we make that transition from the suffering to the triumphs, So important.
I love that. So what does work for you?
Oh, definitely the healing around trauma work.
Yeah.
Number 1, meditation. Number 2. Those 2 things.
Well, I'd way rather watch somebody else do that in a movie.
All day.
All day. It was funny because when Movie Mounds walked in and he was like, oh, I'm on La La Land. I love La La Land. And I'm like, we too are #LaLaLanders for life. And I remember when I watched that movie, I was convinced this is the story of my life. They shot it in my neighborhood. This is the story of my relationships. And it stuck with me for days. I mean, it really took me on such an emotional journey. It's interesting that, you brought that up, because I felt like that not only was I seeing my past and my present, but I was seeing my future.
Wow, isn't that eerie? It's kind of uncanny, right?
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
In fact, fact, I'll just say this, if you've seen the movie, there's that sliding doors moment, right? Where the door opens and she's leaving that audition and she's covered in coffee and this beautiful supermodel walks in and of course gets the role. Now, real life.
Does that happen to you?
Let me tell you, not only has that happened to me, it was her that got the role.
Really?
I know her
really?
in real life. It was the same gorgeous model. Her name is Amanda. Special shout out, congratulations on all your massive success. But yes, I thought this is too
Wow.
But you know what I liked about that movie was it wasn't so La La Land in that they did the relationship. You know, they went their separate ways. They had to follow their careers, and I actually liked that because I think that it wasn't so. You know, it wasn't as much deprogramming from that one. Let's just put it that way. I had to go to like a lot of deprogramming of thinking that it all ended in great little, you know, pictures of happy endings.
Totally. What was the first movie that really changed your life?
Grease.
Grease, really?
I think we watched it 50 times.
What was it about Grease?
Are you kidding? I mean,
but what do you really love the
Olivia.
most, though?
The
You
most.
can love all of it, but
The most was like that power, that thing, that empowerment thing. But I think it was a little twisted. You have to like wear leather pants and you have to like say no to the guy to be in that, right? So like more deprogramming. I've been in therapy about Grease my entire life. You know?
that's awesome. Your favorite movie, Jess?
Well,
Did it change your life? Was it La La Land?
Really, La La Land was one of my all-time favorite films. Grease was one of my all-time favorites, though. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be Olivia Newton-John. So
many people did.
But it's really interesting, though, beyond the films, just to really talk about how you can turn your own personal story of trial into a triumph. But so many times when you're in that dark moment, you don't really know the right steps you can take. So, Rob, what is the first step in transforming that?
Yeah, I think the first step is to prioritize feeling better. Because if you try to tell a better feeling story based in truth in order to get effect or a result, you're not going to be able to maintain that story, right? So it's like, oh, my story's getting, or my life is getting better and better. But if you don't do it simply to feel better in the moment, but you're doing it to get an end result because you believe that if you feel better, you'll do better based on law of attraction or based on science, you might do it for a little while, but you're not going to be consistent. So you have to prioritize enjoyment and feeling better simply to feel better. As you tell that story, that's part one. Part two is to start where it's easy. So instead of saying, I'm a millionaire, I'm a billionaire right now and trying to feel that and embody that, instead just say I'm growing into increasing abundance and wealth.
Oh, I love doing that.
Right?
I'm a billionaire and pretending.
That's right.
That's how you
That's
make
right.
it.
The bill's good.
That's what my mom always said.
Game over. Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah, boom, there
But
you go.
isn't it the point of movies is to have us feel? I mean, I do think that, of course, we want to feel good all the time, but it's also this human experience of feeling. A good movie for me is where we feel sad and we giggle and we're happy and we're all like all the emotions. That's what makes a great movie to me.
Yeah, totally. A great life, I'm just down with all the blissful moments, though. I'll skip over all the moments that are a little tough and challenging. But yes, you're right.
But we had to go through the dark to experience that joy,
absolutely.
right?
It makes for a much more entertaining story and movie, right?
You can read Dr. Erin's book and get awakened, then read Rob's book and find happiness. And
there you
then
go.
My book, well, that's in the future. Okay?
You're living that book right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Chapters to go.
This is chapter La La Land.
But I guess the point is what is, if you're the writer, the actor, and the producer of your epic film called Your Life, how's it going to end? How's it going to play out?
Yeah.
So,
and it's such an important point, though, because so much about entertaining a competing narrative so that you can feel better and do better is really about cognitive agility and emotional regulation. We talk about that all the time, but it can't be overemphasized enough. Like if you can't think what you want to think and you can't feel what you want to feel when you want to think it and when you want to feel it, it's impossible to change your circumstances.
So true.
It's impossible.
Got to master the mind
You
before
have
you
to.
can master
Well, if you can master the hair color, you're halfway there.
You are halfway there.
Definitely.
When you feel like your best blonde self, life looks a lot better. Rose-colored glasses or blonde hair, whatever.
It works.
It works.
Yes, I love it.
For sure. Well, let's take a break. We have so many amazing guests today. Let's get to their stories of transformation. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jess Moyer. This is Good Morning La La Land.
Hello and welcome to Hashtag.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ziering and this is the Housewives of Hollywood.
I'm Joanna Garzilli. You're watching Life Stories.
Welcome to Getting Real with Pamela, a positive and purposeful show about passionate people and their journeys.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Eyes Up Here. I'm your host, Lindsay Palos.
Welcome back to another episode of Mind, Body, Spirit. I'm Dr. Kate.
It is time for another episode of Sassy and Single, because that's what I am. I'm your host, Natalie Sadie.
Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Erica Dela Cruz, the hashtag Passionista. Welcome to Passion to Paycheck.
She shares all her tricks in her new book, Your Healthiest Healthy,
the beautiful and talented Samantha Harris.
Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay Hoffman and welcome to the Dose of Bliss Show.
I'm Harry Howard. I am him.
Welcome to Alyssa Goodman Show, and every week I have the honor of interviewing a game changer in the wellness arena.
Hi, welcome to Defining Moments. I'm Suzanne Quas.
Hi guys, my name is Serena Poon and welcome to my show, Serena Live.
Hello, I'm Lauren Francesca.
I'm Brad Grunberg.
And you're watching
How to Start.
What is pussy poppin', you beautiful humans? My name is Ariane Andrew.
I'm Matt Dillon, and welcome to another episode of Sippin' the Tea.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.
This is my first TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
Bye. Bye.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La Land. It is hashtag Transformation Tuesday, and we have got a master in the house, Michael Canali, one of the most sought after hair colors, not only in Hollywood, but in the world. Thank you for being with us today.
There's nothing that transforms your mood than your hair, getting your hair done.
Right.
Not gonna lie.
Exactly.
It really does. And not only when you go into the salon, it's all positive high vibes, and he's got these beautiful crystals, and his staff is so warm and welcoming. But then you get to sit and you know you're in some of the most trusted hands. And you're such a light, Michael. You really are.
Thank you. You too, by the way.
Oh, thank
Gotta
you.
say that.
So you might not know, he was one of the co-creators of the iconic Rachel look. Jennifer Aniston,
Yeah.
right?
That is
Taking
incredible.
care of her for like 23 years now.
Wow,
So.
wow. She's got like the most amazing hair, and I mean, everyone wants her hair.
Right?
Right?
And everyone wants our hair again. It's been totally
That's right.
revitalized.
And again.
Yeah.
And again.
She's recently on the latest cover of Elle magazine and in this new Netflix hit, Dumplin'. And she looks amazing, by the way, Michael. She looks incredible. But you've got a new technique that you developed, right?
We're using a famous gloss that I made for her years ago. We just modernized it to a take-home version. So,
What's the difference between a gloss and a toner?
Toner is actually more of a correctional color. A gloss enhances color. It can also move the color, but it's more of an enhancer for shine and movement. So you can see the movement. So when you use a toner, it sort of blends it way too much. So a gloss keeps, if you're good at highlighting, you can really bring out the highlights.
So how do you take a look, like say, like Jess and I, we have different skin colors. Like how do you take that into account of like the color that you're going to do?
Like with the gloss or just in general?
In general.
In general, we always try to bring out the eye color and promote skin color. So if you're yellow, we try to do something that takes the yellow out. So there's certain tones that people have. Undertones, we work with those. It's really fun. It's like bringing out the best in somebody. And basically you want somebody to look great when they're not all made up. You know what I mean? It's like in their regular daily life.
Well, I think that's why we want long hair, because when short hair is great, but only when it's completely done, you know. So are there any cuts or anything that or new colors or anything? Of course, the gloss you just talked about. But
Yeah, it's just like dimensional color, like things to make movement in the hair. Long hair is great. Healthy long hair is great. I mean, it has to be healthy. If not healthy, start over. Somehow. I mean, like my partner Chris McMillan, he'll just, hey, you don't need this, bam, gone. And then you have the best haircut for what your hair is.
Well,
so it's an easy day, every day.
Not only do you have an incredible technique, an incredible eye, but you have an incredible product that will help us protect our hair
Right?
and prevent. So tell us a little bit about, we know it's all natural, it's hypoallergenic, And my God, it looks so good.
Oh,
Isn't
thank
that
you.
a
Love
cute
that
bottle?
packaging. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about it.
So I've represented a lot of companies in my career, and I found that we needed, there was something missing, so I decided to make it. And we made the mildest shampoo that doesn't fade color. It's actually the mildest that anyone can use. And we made a topical vitamin, an ingestible vitamin that promotes healthy hair.
I've never even heard of like a topical hair vitamin.
Well, like the girls today are going to be talking about superfoods. Like it's basically superfoods and how it maintains hair from the inside out. And then we have another product that outside in. So it's all about healthy hair to me. I mean, it's like it's shinier. It's everything about the health of the hair.
What do you love most about your work?
My work? Meeting people like this.
Yeah.
I mean, how can I mean, she made my day. I mean, it's like, but it's fun. She was there, and it's really a blast in my salons.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah, and then we have 9 locations. So New York's a different type of person. DC, I've been working with the presidents from Reagan all the way to the Trump now, and you know, it's just a blast.
But what is it, do you think, about you that people love and trust so much? I mean, if you're working with the presidents and dignitaries from all over the world and celebrities alike.
Well, we do a lot of philanthropy. And every city I sort of do at the top tier of the city. So it's easy to move around, get ideas, hear what they're doing. Connecting is my deal. Since I know everyone, I connect the charities.
How did you start? How did you get involved from the very beginning when you weren't connected and you weren't deeply as networked?
I was always connected.
You were always
I'm
connected.
A Native American. I'm Native
birth.
American from right here, so you know, it's like my family's well observed.
Yes.
Well observed and well intentioned.
Right?
Really.
Definitely.
And you know what I think is so fascinating is one, you've created some incredible looks, iconic looks, but you yourself have become an icon in the industry. What do you want to be known for besides being one of the best in the biz?
Healthy. That's why we made the new vitamin, ingestible. The healthy hair from the inside out. Like I said, it's like, it's amazing to be able to make somebody look their best and bring out their best features, like their smile, their eyes, whatever. And what am I going to leave the world? Probably philanthropy. That's my main deal.
Love it.
Well, thank you so much for transforming the locks and the looks and sharing your light with the
And
world.
plus
Michael.
the glosses could be at-home sale shortly, so probably within the next month.
Ooh.
So you'll be able to do your own gloss at home now. And it lasts 20 shampoos. It's got a UV sunblock in it. I have a blue tone that takes out yellows. I have a light golden that revitalizes baby blonde. And clear. Just stuff to get you through the summer and the sunlight. Protect you from everything.
Oh, thank you. We're so grateful for you.
Thanks for having me.
Tell everyone where they can find and follow your products.
Right now we are basically at the salon, and it's canalisalon.com you buy, or in shortly to Amazon.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Thank
And you
so
can
much.
follow at Canali Hair.
Yep.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome to Your Home for Talk. I'm Jezza Moyer, and this is Ever Talk TV, America's first live streaming video talk show platform. This week on Ever Talk, our shows were filled with positivity, enlightenment, Insta fame, Insta scandals, and binge-worthy conversations. Let's take a look.
Today's guest dislikes titles. Although he is an amazing, talented actor and a real-life Viking, he prefers to be valued by how many belly laughs he can get you to have in the shortest amount of time.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is the Housewives of Hollywood. You might think you know the Housewives, but it's not rosé all day, Pilates, and finding the best nannies. It's women supporting women, and today I have a very special guest, and we might have to change the name just to Housewives of Beverly Hills for Tori Spelling. Tori, thank you so much for coming on. Oh my gosh, anything for you.
We kind of like having her here.
Yeah, she's like, so much good morning, LaLaLand. We've got things to do.
room to your set today.
That's right.
I love that.
So tell us about the proper way to actually taste this wine.
Put it in your mouth.
I love you. That's my kind of winemaker.
LOL. As you can see, we have a lot of fun here at EverTalk TV, and I'm so excited to share this journey experience with you. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at Ever Talk TV. I'm Jessamine Moyer, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. No better conversation than to talk about film, Oscars, all the above. Scott Mance is in the house. He's the greatest film critic ever. We just love him. He's here to join us and tell us and give us the rundown about everything.
Thank you so much. First of all, when I get this request to be on a show called Good Morning La La Land, I am the biggest fan of the movie La La Land. And I went, is this a joke? I mean, La La Land came out 2 years ago, and it was actually 2 years ago around this time that the movie did win Best Picture for about 90 seconds.
Yes.
And I was in the room at the Academy Awards when that happened. And you know, after championing that film for 6 months on Access Hollywood, my former job there, and of course on social media, to be in the room, I'm like, this is it. Finally, La La Land's going to win the Oscar for Best Picture. And then that whole thing happened with the envelope.
Oh, no.
God. That was unbelievable.
Julia Roberts, who was presenting this year, I was nervous for her. And that I was like, I hope she has the right envelope.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. And of course, she awarded one of our former guests, Demeter Marinoff, for Green Book.
Well, I was nervous for Julia Roberts because of the run-up linked to the Academy Awards this year, the way it was just being positioned as a sort of a horse race between 4 movies. Green Book, definitely one of them. Roma on Netflix, which if that won, that would have been a massive game changer. It already is in a lot of ways, but also A Star is Born, The Favorite. There really wasn't a one film like going into some of these shows. Like you have Titanic 20 years ago, everyone knew that was going to win. You know, Return of the King, the third Lord of the Rings movie, everyone knew that was going to win. You know, other years it's like down to 2 films like La La Land and Moonlight, or The Hurt Locker and Avatar, but this year, like, it could have gone either way.
The race was really on, and unfortunately, even according to Thrillist, a lot of people are giving Green Book a bad rap. They're saying it's one of the worst best movies ever.
Yeah. Why do you know, this year, you know, we live in really sort of hypersensitive times, and here's a film. And what I loved about Green Book when I first saw it back in Toronto in September, before anybody knew what this movie was a movie about a friendship between these 2 guys. It was based on a true story. This is not a documentary. It is a movie. So not everything about it is going to be factual like it actually happened. I just want to go to a movie and be entertained. And I was. I thought the movie had a lot of heart, a lot of humor. There was a lot of depth to it. The chemistry between Viggo Mortensen and Oscar winner Mahershala Ali was just fantastic. It was a feel-good crowd pleaser. So what is wrong with that? Well, I guess people felt like the Oscars should be about a movie winning Best Picture. It should be about something more substantial with depth. Roma definitely has that. It's a beautifully shot film. Alfonso Cuarón winning his 2nd Oscar as a director, which is amazing. The first one
very
was
well
Gravity.
deserved. Absolutely.
Do you think that there's any politics behind, like, if Roma had, like, are you kidding? Like,
politics? Do I think politics had something to do with just the climate at the Oscars, and not just in entertainment, but everywhere because of these politically divided times? And for the Academy to give the Oscar for Best Picture to a movie straightforward, well, I understand the criticism. I understand the criticism against it, but I think it's a bit much. It's not the worst Best Picture winner, not even close. You know, Crash, people are comparing it to Crash because both movies deal with race. Crash is a serious movie. It's a multi-story, multi-character film like a Robert Altman movie, where Green Book is a crowd pleaser. It's just about 2 people. It's not fair to compare the 2 movies. I would watch Green Book again in a heartbeat. Where Roma, I felt like I'd seen it twice. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm curious about you, Movie Nance, and what your journey was to becoming the film critic that you are.
Well, I'm still on that journey. It's interesting, but you know, I grew up in Philadelphia. That's where I'm from. Movies were my thing. I went to the movies all the time. My family, my friends, they were all sports people. I'm not. So I went to the movies all the time. That was my education. I'm also a big sci-fi guy, so. You know, Star Trek, I'm a big Trekkie.
Me too! Live long and prosper, okay?
Live long and prosper. But you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I went to school. I went to Penn State. I studied accounting and finance. And long story short, I moved out here in 1991. now I'm out here, I'm in the business. I was working for an entertainment marketing company for about 10 years. In the late 90s, when the internet was sort of finding its voice, I launched my own website reviewing movies. That led to a 17-year gig at Access Hollywood, which I left there about a year ago, and that's where I really was able to flourish as a film critic and expand beyond Access Hollywood, doing in-theater Q&As with Oscar-nominated and Oscar-winning filmmakers, going to all the film festivals like Sundance and Toronto and Telluride. And it's really something that I went after. Nothing was handed to me. I really had to make it happen. And with the way that the business has really evolved and changed, you know, there's a lot of gossip now in this entertainment news thing. So I'm really just trying, I'm still on this journey to stay true to myself and just do what I want to do, which is talk about movies, championing films. The journey is not over, it's still going.
And I just love that. I mean, you are one of the most trusted voices and critics in the industry, and I think it is because, like Erin says, you speak your truth.
I definitely feel like, you know, the internet gave me a voice that I didn't even know that I had. It gave me a voice that I didn't know how to express myself. And then, you know, that led to Access, and Access led to other things. I was on the Today Show a bunch of times. I did like CNN and Headline News a bunch of times.
And Good Morning LaLaLand.
And Good Morning LaLaLand. Come on. It's called LaLaLand. That's my favorite movie. This is great. This is meant to be.
This is what I want to know, because I love a good movie, and there's nothing worse than a bad movie. It's like, don't waste 2 hours of my life, okay?
Right.
How can we stay in touch? How do we find out and get the skinny on them before so we don't waste our time?
Just follow me on Twitter. My hashtag is @MovieMants. That's where, you know, that's where a lot of people review movies these days. And, you know, this is a whole other conversation, but the whole nature of film criticism has changed. Sure, you still have people reading the New York Times and the LA Times. You have people going to websites like Rotten Tomatoes just looking at the score of the movie and making their decision based on that. But the best way to spread the word about a movie these days is on social media. Sure, you don't get a 1,000-word review on social media. So I want to know, is it good, is it bad, what makes it good, what makes it bad? You know, and that's what social media is really good for. That's how you spread the word about films. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram @MovieMants with a TZ, and I'll give you the skinny.
Hashtag LaLaLander for life. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more. Good morning, LaLaLand. Favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop.
We have a universal sign to say it's okay to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the universe is saying, please chill out a little bit, you know? So
Right.
we need to listen to that.
Jessalyn, you are absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to try at all. It's like I walked in this morning, you're the first person I met, I went, she is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And
Tell me more.
As you said, pick up the phone, like turn that text, before you turn it into a date, let's turn it into a phone call.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop. EverTalk is hashtag community powered, and we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLaLand. We're excited to welcome part of the Focus TV family, Tony Lanny, back to the show.
Thank
Good
you.
morning.
Good
Thank you so
morning.
much
Good
for
morning,
being
guys.
here.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Like Rob, you are a happiness and life coach. How do you define that?
You mean Rob, the best dressed gentleman?
Oh, man. Don't do that to me this early.
I have to really keep up with him. I think the best thing to do is to really assess, and I love the work you've done in as a happiness coach, is I think to assess each person individually. And what I have found is, you know, I work with a lot of people, you know, whether it's entertainment industry, whether it's high net individuals, whether it's working class people, it's literally has to do with, you know, what are they feeling, what their background has been. I think it's important to assess everyone individually. And that's, that's, I think, been our success.
So literally you're dealing with people's real life stories. And we know that a good story has some dark turns, some challenges, whatever. So what is it that makes that switch for them to go from the dark to the light?
Erin, in my opinion and in my experience, it's usually been what their patterns are. I think lots of times, they'll say, well, this is usually, I just worked with a client yesterday, and this is what's always happened to me in my life, and this is what usually seems to happen. And it's interesting because when they are assessing of what they think is going to happen, the old thing, if you're right, then it's going to happen. And the nice thing about it is that if you think you can, you can, and if you think you can't, you're right. And so I think what's important is to really be able to be coachable and to be able to see their life and where their mistakes have been and where their, where their triumphs have been. And that's really how you change.
It's fantastic.
Well,
I love the point you make around being coachable. Can you explain or describe that a little bit for folks?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's in a sense of where, you hear somebody that may have a drinking dependency or drug dependency. Nothing can change unless you admit it. And nothing can change unless you absolutely say, yes, I'm ready, I surrender. And I really want to be able to give of myself. And that's the starting point, because if you acknowledge that there's a problem, and if you acknowledge that you haven't been successful in this phase of your life or this phase, well, let's get in there. It's literally like opening up the hood of a car, and you got to look at it. You got to put it on the X-ray. You got to look it up the scope and go, that's your problem. And I think lots of times people don't do that because they just say, well, if you just kind of involve yourself with things here and there. So what we do is what I concentrate on are things that can be changed immediately, not just things that sound, good.
Yes.
Well, Coach, we have a look at some of your teaching. Let's take a peek.
Okay. And it's never too late to start. The worst thing in the world that anyone could have is regret. And I have come across and had conversations with people in their 70s and their 80s and their 90s. And the number one thing that I hear from them is regret. I wish I would have done this. Or do you know, I had the opportunity to be a dancer or to be a singer or to be able to move, my family across the country to be able to live in this area or this industry. It's never too late, no matter what your age. Doesn't matter if you're young, it doesn't matter if you're older. I'm Life Master Tony Lanny, and you're watching Life Masters.
Fantastic.
Nice. Thank you. It was a lot of fun doing that. But I think it's important to, when you pinpoint what the problem is to get it changed as soon as possible.
Just love that.
Yeah.
Some of the work that I love most is Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's work on the regrets of the dying, right? And one of the top regrets that people have is that they wish they would have allowed themselves to be happier. So can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because I know everyone's a little different, and maybe they have different problems, but ultimately some of the solutions are often the same. So what have you discovered about helping people live lives that they don't, where they don't have a lot of regret?
Great question. I think what happens is that many times people will say, I want to change, and they'll be literally sincere to change. What I've also found is that for people who feel like they've never been acknowledged or they feel like no one, I almost say that, maybe somebody didn't get enough attention as a child, and you really have to go, they don't want to change. And somehow, and sometimes you'll see this in social media, where people will put out things and saying, a terrible day today, and then you have all these people, piping in and saying, oh, sweetheart, what happened? What's wrong? Is everything? I mean, as opposed to, so I think on one level, it's a strange level, but they enjoy that attention. So if you really want to change, then you have to be open to being able to change.
It's an identity for people.
100%.
Right?
It's attention, which is so much of what social media, unfortunately, is just the attention. Yeah.
How can people work with you? They work one-on-one with you? Do you do any group work? What do you do?
I do. I do individual coaching. I do group coaching. We work on seminars. In fact, I've been doing this now for some time, but we're doing an official launch, going to be next month, March, and which will be at tonylanny.com. You can also see me on Instagram at Tony, Tony_Lanny, L-A-N-I. So, but we're doing it all. I love the work that we do, and it's very fulfilling, as you know, Rob, is when you can see somebody going from here and then now they're here, and it just changes their life.
Oh, love your work.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Really.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Tony.
thanks for having me.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Just react with your face as I go through.
I'm introducing an Emmy Award-winning host. I better frickin' get this right.
You knocked it out of the park. You did a great job. I'm so good at what I do, aren't I? Okay.
I hope you're filming right now.
These are the things. Those are the things you have to get.
The outtakes are the best.
I know.
We kind of like having her here.
Yeah, she's like, so much good morning, LALALAND. We've got things to do.
Room to your set today.
That's right.
I love that.
So tell us about the proper way to actually taste this wine.
Put it in your mouth.
I love you. That's my kind of winemaker.
LOL. As you can see, we have a lot of fun here at EverTalk TV, and I'm so excited to share this journey experience with you. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jasmine Moyer, and we'll see you next time. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLaLand. I'm so excited to welcome a very young star on the rise. Actress Lexi DiBenedetto is in the house. Good morning, Lexi.
Lexi, how are you?
Good, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm sad I missed the opening.
That's it.
All divine timing.
So, so tell us, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
I really like to get up and drink water because I don't drink enough throughout the day. So I get up and I do like hot water with lemon, and then I wash my face.
Oh my gosh.
The hot water, huh? Is that the thing? That's the thing. I need to do the hot water.
I think it's supposed to be warm, and I wake up cold anyway, so I think I want to go back to bed if I don't drink something warm.
It's, I totally know what you mean, and it's so good that you're starting off these positive routines at a young age because you are so busy. We know that you're Prudence on Nickelodeon right now.
I am.
So tell us about balancing that. I mean, school, life, being a Nickelodeon star.
Well, I graduated school really early from high school, and then went on to Nickelodeon. So I was lucky enough not to have to do the school hours like some of the other kids in the first season. So I would get off like a good 3 hours earlier than them. But I think it's just about scheduling and taking the weekends. I always took the weekends to kind of slow things down and do some of the household chores, you know what I mean? Like I did my laundry and I went grocery shopping because if you don't—
She's so responsible.
if you don't do them, then your week starts again, and I feel like that's when I get stressed.
Have you ever, I mean, most of our guests, there's something they've gone through that's brought them to this, you know, success in their life. Has it always been easy for you?
I feel like I've been very lucky. I've had a wonderful family that supported me endlessly through what I wanted to do, but I definitely struggled with some health issues when I was younger. And my mom actually found out what was wrong with me, basically, and I've come into a healthier lifestyle that was kind of forced upon me, but I'm now very thankful for it. So I think that was something I dealt with when I was younger, is I have to eat organic because I had mercury poisoning, and so I was always very different as a kid, and I always had to pack my lunches, and that made me feel very different. And I think that acting became an outlet of kind of a place to either express what I was really feeling or be somebody else.
So tell people about that. They don't know what mercury poisoning is per se. Tell them about, how did you find out?
A lot of tests. We did a lot of your basic allergy tests, like 60 pricks in my arms, and it would come back and it would be inconclusive. One of them would say, you're allergic to this, and the next one would say, you're not allergic to that. And so I believe it was when someone finally said, you're allergic to corn. And my mom was like, corn, that's such a weird thing. And so she started looking at ingredients, and they were like, so corn syrup she can't have. And my mom started researching, and she was like, okay, well, corn syrup's not corn, and I can't pronounce the next 3 ingredients. So she started looking up, how do you make citric acid? How do you make soy lecithin? And found that most of these things are chemically, either it's something natural, or now it's become something chemical to mimic the natural form. Like citric acid is not lemons and oranges anymore. It's something chemically produced to mask it and mimic it as a preservative. So she found out that I'm basically allergic to preservatives, additives. So I eat all organic, and now it's a little bit easier, especially in Los Angeles. We have so many options, but it's, you know, it's nice because I'm not really allergic to anything. It just has to be organic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's so important. I'm sorry for your struggles, but it's so important that you're able to shed that light and to really shine through it all, because a lot of people might be struggling with something very similar and not know or feel like something maybe is wrong with them. So it's important to be able to share your journeys,
And
right?
I think to listen to your body.
For sure.
You know, like I think it's weird because sometimes I will know when you eat something and I'll be like, oh, that wasn't, like they may have said it's organic and possibly it wasn't, or you know what I mean? Sometimes it's easy at the grocery stores, an apple can get mixed up, or, and I'll know immediately. And funny enough, I will take baking soda tablets because it really helps balance your pH.
Oh.
So it's not like, it's not a crazy drug or pill that fixes it, it's just naturally puts your body's pH back into balance.
It's so interesting. One of the things I've discovered is lots of people who struggle with health challenges do come to increasingly trust their body, but they also come to increasingly trust their heart and their intuition. Is this something that you found in your own life? You seem very clear about what it is you want to do and who you are? And
Yes, absolutely. I think that helped me probably in realizing what I wanted to do from a young age too, is that I learned to listen to my body health-wise, and then you kind of learn to listen to it in every other aspect, because this is a hard industry. It's not something, I feel like it's hard to pick up and say this is what I want to do for sure, and it's definitely hard for parents to trust that. But I think because we've been through so much as a family, that my parents were like, well, okay.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, you need to
that's the
listen
thing.
to in your role and everything else. I'm sure it's helped out in many ways.
Yes.
And you're acting.
Especially with your intuition, but we know love is all you need. Which brings us to the viral short video that you did, over 10 million views. Tell us about it.
It was simply one of the best experiences. I'm just still so thankful to have been a part of that. It's such an important message, you know, years ago when I did it and now. It's just one of my favorite things I've ever done, quite frankly.
can you describe the video a little bit for folks who haven't seen it? Yeah.
So
there might be two people left.
It's called Love Is All You Need, and it's in a world where gay is straight and straight is gay. And so it really flips the tables, and it makes you realize like what you're judging somebody for in an alternate world could be the exact opposite, and then you would be ostracized.
Yes.
So, you know, it's to really think about how you're treating people.
That's right. I love that. We have to talk about the ways in which morality and ethics are relative. They're always relative. We like to think of them in very absolute terms, but it's just relative.
Other than just harmony and chaos, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
At the end of the day, love is all you need.
Very true.
Well, congratulations on all of your incredible success. What are you most excited about? What's next for you?
Well, right now Night Squad is airing. Season 2, we're Saturday nights on Nickelodeon at 9 p.m. So I'm really excited about that. I'm just enjoying watching the hard work you've put in come to life.
Are you able to watch yourself? I know lots of folks, actors, actresses, musicians, they can't watch themselves.
I
They
don't-
get a little freaked out.
I don't love it.
There's honesty.
But I'm happy that it's airing.
Yeah, yes.
And my family makes me watch it, so I do see them, but there are definitely some times where I'm like, oh, Lexi, why'd you do that?
It's a good opportunity to practice the non-judgment, and you practice with others, you can practice it with yourself.
Yes, that
I
is
love that.
really important, is to be as kind to yourself as you are to others.
Love that.
So important.
Truth bombs.
Thank you
This
so
Yeah,
much.
all day.
I know.
So tell everyone where they can find and follow your personal journey.
So I am on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at DBenedettoLexi. So that's just my last name and my first name.
Great.
Oh,
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you
down.
guys. I really appreciate it.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
And it's never too late to start. The worst thing in the world that anyone could have is regret. And I have come across and had conversations with people in their 70s and their 80s and their 90s. And the number one thing that I hear from them is regret. I wish I would have done this. Or do you know, I had the opportunity to be a dancer, or to be a singer, or to be able to move, you know, my family across the country to be able to live in this area or this industry. It's never too late, no matter what your age. Doesn't matter if you're young, it doesn't matter if you're older. I'm Life Master Tony Lanny, and you're watching Life Masters.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanya Memi and I'm the founder of Life Masters. Life Masters is an online platform where you can have access to people who are passionate, positive thinkers, and want to help people live better lives. If you want to be a life master, we would love to hear from you. We'd love to have you on our show. You do a one-on-one interview with me, and then you share with us some of your most golden nuggets of information to help change people and create the best life that they can create possible. So we'd love to have you be a part of the family, part of the show. Life Masters, come and join us.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We're excited to welcome Mike Zimoff to the show. He is literally helping businesses transform their success through paid digital.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I'm one of the guys that you see online that write some of the ads that you love and hate, and we get businesses pay us to find people that are interested in their product and get clicks to their websites and ultimately convert on their websites. So the past, I guess, close to a decade of my life has been consumed with trying to figure out you guys and trying to figure out how you think.
This is a huge industry online. I mean, I have friends that make millions of dollars doing copywriting and doing these ads.
Right.
I mean, what is it? I mean, you have to know a lot about the human psyche.
Well, yeah, and the way things are going with big data, it's making our jobs easier. There's a lot of I mean, each individual, like Rob, you've got this index out there that follows you around from website to website, and it tracks all your behaviors and
that little pixel thing.
It does, it does, and so like when you start to make behaviors of that are synonymous with somebody that is in market, then we can target you based off of what websites you visited, and so it's pretty. I mean, it's unfortunately like businesses have to go down this route to be profitable these days. But that's I mean, especially in 2019 and going forward, you're going to see this blur of personal ambiguity just disappearing.
So are we like archetypes or what? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go
Is it like archetypes or types are there out there?
Oh, I mean, it's so like, and I'll use this example. Let's say, and it's pretty deep for a Tuesday morning, but like say one spouse is considering a divorce, and they start making behaviors online that are synonymous with somebody that.
I wonder what those behaviors could be. Just kidding.
And so we can buy that data, and if we've got an attorney that's a client, we can make them the only game in town to you. And we write an ad that relates with you. And
I have to admit, though, it seems incredibly invasive.
It is.
I'm not going to lie. And there's a lot of people who are very scared now to have the microphone enabled on their phones or on their computers because we feel tracked, and feels like an invasion of privacy.
It really is. Like if you show a video to your friend, like they are, not me, but big data is tracking your proximity to me. So if I show you a video, like they can, at least Facebook's not listening to your conversations right now, but the scary thing is they don't have to, because they see what videos you're consuming, they see what boxes you're checking.
And we don't really have a choice in that. But I bring that up because it is incredible that there are heroes like you and people who do the businesses that you do, who then present us the option that magically we were just talking about or that we were looking for, whether it's the divorce attorney or the legging that was exactly what I needed. Whatever it is, somehow magically, from whoever was listening, you've been able to put that right in front of me.
Right.
I look at it like it's like the universe, though. It's like the universe is listening 24/7 anyway.
Sure.
So it's like whether the phone's listening or not, at some point it's going to reflect back anyway. And isn't this just like a spiritual, mental equivalent?
It's true. I do wonder what part of this isn't hackable. Is there any piece of this that isn't hackable? Is there any part of human behavior that isn't hackable?
It's a great question.
I think that people are often more complex and unpredictable than we often give them credit for.
Right.
And it's the environmental cues that trigger consistent behavioral patterns. And I could be very much wrong about that, but most of us play to those environmental cues anyway. And so I wonder, have you found any challenges in terms of the data collection that just make it harder to market directly to certain people?
Well, so the way we structure it is we'll use things that you can relate with. So the way we hone in on you even further is we'll use language in the ad that you can identify with. Like for example, I wrote an ad for one of our clients. It talked about the male sacrifice as an entrepreneur, and kind of all the things that men sacrifice, and so when somebody identifies with that ad, now I've got a laser target on them, and I now know exactly kind of, okay, well they're engaging with my ad. I can make sure that when our offer, so we use technology, and then we further hone it in with creative copy.
So, Mike, tell me, when you're able to hone in on that, what kind of result can the businesses see? What's their ROI, their return on investment for working with you?
Well, so there's this strive for quality clicks these days. I mean, that's what all businesses are after, and the spray and pray method no longer works. I mean, billboards, they don't work, and so a normal display ad on any given website isn't necessarily going to work. But typically, what we try to achieve for is a 3-to-1 ROI on our ads. So if you spend $1, you're going to make $3.
It's really good. Wow.
Interesting. I had a friend that says it's like going down, if you had a ATM and it had big flashing lights and it said for every $1 you put in, you'll get 3 out or whatever.
Right.
Like, why are people not spending more money on these ads? I mean, Facebook, that's a genius of this, is that it is like if you can hone that and have someone like you be able to hone the first parts, kind of figuring it all out. But once you get there, then you get that magic funnel and the rest is history, right?
Right, exactly.
So tell everyone where they can work with you.
So you can search for me at Mike Zimov, on pretty much all the platforms, and I've got an agency myself at unsubscribe.agency, and then I've partnered up with some amazing entrepreneurs as well at JH Media, so those are kind of the 2 places that you can look me up.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Back with more. Good morning, LaLaLand.
Thank you.
I want to invite you to help us save lives of children, animals, and elderly people from Venezuela. Where? Thursday at a beautiful Bel Air estate from 7 to 11:30. We're going to have a lot of fun playing at the casino. There's going to be live music. I'm going to sing. There's going to be a DJ with songs from the 70s, 80s, 90s, a silent auction, and a magical guacamole that is going to take you to wherever you want. So Thursday at a stake in Bel Air, help us save lives. This is an amazing humanitarian help for the animal children and elderly people of Venezuela. I'll see you there. Thank you.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLaLand on #Transformation Tuesday. We are excited to welcome Dr. Joy Stevenson-Laws to the show. Thank you for being with us.
And thank you so much for having me.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about your book, first and foremost, about how minerals really are, what you say, forgotten, right?
Yes, because we hear a lot about vitamins as being important for health. And perhaps the only mineral most of us have heard about is calcium because it's so popular, it's good for strong bones. But there are tons of other minerals. There is magnesium, there's potassium, there is zinc, copper, and all those things. So the motivation for the book was to identify minerals as one of the 6 critical nutrients that we need. And the other ones are water, vitamins, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and minerals, being the 6. So what we do is talk about how important they are and how you can test for them and where you can find them. Because eating properly is one thing, but knowing if you have too much or too little is another thing. And having the right balance is important.
So, it's a super buzzy thing for intermittent fasting. In your opinion, is that a great way for us to rebalance?
With monitor. If you monitor what you're doing, it's okay. I don't think anybody should necessarily just go out and start fasting. I think you need to be monitored by a doctor or somebody who's a professional to know whether or not you're getting the right amount of nutrients, whether or not you're properly hydrated, etc. Because each person may react differently to a fast. And it may not really be helping you.
And I'm sure, from what I understand, our food is kind of depleted of a lot of the vitamins and minerals now.
Yes.
So we need to be taking it. And also, I didn't realize when you sweat, a lot of the minerals go out. Also, summertime, you got to take a lot more minerals, right?
Yes, and then when we age, We tend not to
We're
absorb.
not Stop your jokes. Stop right now. We don't talk about that here. And
As we get mature. How about that?
Wiser.
That's right. That's right.
As we get more mature, our bodies don't absorb as well as it used to.
What's the best way to get the minerals? Is it
food?
Food is
If
the
you
best
can,
way. And then the second best
can.
way would be what? Capsule,
you can get
powder?
you can get really good supplements, or you can get it. Some people take infusions, and so I'm sure.
Right? So how do you know if you are depleted? Like, because I mean, I've had things where I'm like, oh, my neck's starting to hurt. I realize it's because I need more magnesium and stuff, right?
Or you might guess you might need more magnesium.
Yeah, I guess, right?
Yeah, you guess.
So what are some of the side effects if I know I'm getting mineral deficient?
Okay, so you probably might not be sleeping very well.
I need some minerals.
or you might not feel satisfied when you eat. It could be
I need some minerals.
You're not focusing. There's so many. You have wounds that don't heal well.
All of my
You're,
problems.
you get sick a lot and things like that. So there are ways. The way Proactive Health Labs came about, it was not only to tell people what they needed to eat to stay healthy, because I think most of us do on some level, but to know that whether what you're eating is really working for you. So we can eat all the healthy foods we want, but the way that food might react when you eat it might be different from the way that food reacts when I eat it. So it's really important that we test, for the minerals. There's a comprehensive nutrient panel that I recommend, and I do twice a year to see what my balance is. So there's some days when some months when I'm stressed out and I go take the test and my B's are low, or I'm not sleeping very well. My magnesium might be low, or there are many things that could be going on in your life that changes the balance of minerals or nutrients in general, even water.
So, Dr. Joy, tell us a little bit about what Proactive Health Labs, the site, offers.
So we're a public nonprofit health information company, and we offer testing for nutrients at really reduced levels, because not too many people can afford to go pay a couple grand to go test for nutrients. So we have worked with companies, the labs, to make sure that those testing prices are reasonable.
Thank you for being healthcare informed. Really, truly, because I represent a lot of uninsured Americans who would love to be able to have access to the information that I simply can't afford.
Exactly.
So thank you for that.
Exactly. So that's what we do. We try and make it more accessible to people, and then educate them on how valuable that information is so that they can stay healthy.
Great. Thank you so much. Tell people where they can find you.
You can find us at proactivehealthlabs.org. That's phlabs.org. And just get on our website. We have a lot of information on the website that you can utilize to stay healthy.
Thank you, Dr. Joy. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning LaLa.
All righty.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network. EverTalk is a platform that offers insight, inspiration, and thought-provoking conversations on positivity, wellness, Insta-fame, and empowerment, all while celebrating the trials and triumphs of those who are truly igniting a change in the world.
I was really surprised, and I was really thankful for how well it was received.
That's where your supernatural powers come on. That's where the magic happens. That's where you live heaven on earth.
I was left to research everything on my own because I'm like, nothing else outside of me is helping me right now. I have to figure this out.
When we want folks to be good teammates or to be leaders, you confront behavior, you don't confront personalities.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop.
You have a universal sign to say it's okay to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the universe is saying, please chill out a little bit, So
Right.
we need to listen to that.
Well, Jessamine, you are absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to try it at all. It's like I walked in this morning, you're the first person I met, I went, she is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And
Tell me more.
As you said, Pick up the phone, like turn that text. Before you turn it into a date, let's turn it into a phone call.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop. Ever Talk is #community powered, and we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on Ever Talk TV, your home for talk.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLaLand. Ricky Rebel's in the house, our favorite. You may have seen him on Top 40, Britney Spears, all the above. He's all over Los Angeles. We love your singles, and you are showcasing.
He's killing it right now.
Killing with this outfit. Tell us all about your statement.
Yes. Well, this piece I wore on the red carpet at the Grammys. It's my panda piece, my Ricky Rebel Renaissance sign in Japan. On my website, you can check it out, rickyrebelrocks.com/shop. And a lot of people were loving the panda.
Okay, so a lot of people are loving looks, obviously, and you made such a splash at the Grammys. Let's talk about the political statement. We've seen it on Fox News. You're taking it clear to the White House.
I did. Fox News called me a rebel with a cause. Basically, I stood up for the freedom of speech of all Americans to be able to vote for whoever they want to vote for. That's my message. And I want everybody to treat people with kindness and respect. So I was just basically coming out of the closet twice. I've had to come out of the closet for being LGBT, and now I have to come out for being a pro-Trump, pro-America, pro-freedom of speech advocate person, you know? And it was
wow, you must have had
dramatic.
some backlash for that.
Yeah, how was that received?
Wow.
Let's talk about that.
It was very dramatic, and there's a front lash, of course. There's very positive things. I mean, I've got like a slew of thousands and thousands of messages on my Instagram of people, thank you so much for fighting for us and being a voice for us, because we feel like we're like literally trapped. They feel trapped in the closet, like the way I felt being, you know, LGBT and having to come out. So I'm a voice for these people, and I'm super proud to be a voice for the American people. That's why I did it. And so there's a huge front lash, and I'm super grateful for that. And then there's a big backlash too. Not quite as dramatic. I mean, I think it's like maybe 90% positive and 10% ruthless. And what I'm getting ruthless reaction from are ironically mainly from the LGBT community. You know?
Interesting, so interesting.
They were bullied as kids, and now they're like bullying me for being able to choose as an American who I want to vote for. It's very simple subject for me. It's very cut and dry, black and white. Like, we're all free, and that's it.
Right? If we just all, I mean, look, we all have opinions, and we all like different things. And what if we all allowed other people to have their viewpoints?
Yes, without getting beat up.
Right?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Without getting beat up or their job at risk. There are many people who are like, so thank you for standing up for me, but I can't talk about it because I'm going to get fired.
So, Ricky, why did you choose that moment to come out of the closet, if you will?
Well, the outfit was designed by a genius. His name was Andre Soriano. He's the one who made the MAGA dress. And I wanted to work with him because he's literally the genius when it comes to outfits that really make an impact on people. And so we came together, and he's very much pro-America. He loves America. He loves Trump. He's like, Ricky, let's just do this. And I'm like, all right, I'd love to.
Wow.
And we had like mirrors all over my body, because and on my face too, to resemble that I'm a reflection of the 60 million people who voted for him, who feel isolated.
You know, there's something you said earlier which just resonates with me very deeply, which is kindness, Ricky. And in addition to you being just incredibly talented, you're always full of kindness. And I feel like that, above all else, is most important. Why does kindness matter so much to you?
I love being kind, honestly. I really do. I don't like to be mean. as much. And I also don't like it when people on the left or the right are overly aggressive to the other side. I want us to come together. I want us to work together to make a difference. You know, Trump is doing some pretty great things for the gay community. I mean, he wants to end AIDS in 10 years. I think that's wonderful. He wants to do what he can to decriminalize homosexuality in places like Iran, Afghanistan, and Iraq, and I'm all for that. And so, yes, there are things I disagree with that he's done, but I don't have to agree with everything he says in order to vote for him.
Well, we're not a political show, but what we do love so much about you is that everything you do, every video, music video, every outfit, everything is a statement. And we really respect that.
Thank you.
Because this is our life, and what are you representing? And that is what's so important. We really appreciate that.
Well, me being the new alpha, I wrote a song called The New Alpha. It was all about what makes someone a man, what makes someone strong, what makes someone take that alpha energy. And Trump represented that to me, and so that's why I wanted to wear the outfit there. But also that alpha energy, it means to tell the truth, really. Right. At the end of the day, I wanted just to come clean.
Fashion speaks, and you have to speak your truth, right?
So do you have a crush on Trump? Just
I did when he was younger. No, I still think he's a good
Have you heard from the Trump camp after you made the statement?
We've heard from people around the Trump camp, and I'm going to CPAC. I was invited to go to CPAC to meet all my new fans and to meet all the people in that world.
Wow.
So I think I've proven myself to them that I have the courage to do it. So.
What's been the most rewarding part for you in this journey of speaking through your fashion and presenting the new alpha?
I realize what it means to be a man, what it means to tell the truth, and how freeing that really is. At the end of the day, it's not. I was so nervous to do this. I had to do a lot of soul searching. You know, my career's in jeopardy. I've had a lot of people come up to me and who've been friends with me for years who say, I can no longer be your friend. I've had people who say, you made such a stupid mistake. How could you? You're so stupid. You know, and she's like, you only did it for publicity. And I'm like, girl, I did it for many reasons, okay? I did it because, like I said, I felt like trapped in the closet, period. And I've been there, done that, and I refuse to do it. And so, basically, that's it feels good. It feels good, and I feel more free now. So I'm trying to inspire other people, just to tell the truth and to be civil about it. Be like you said, Rob, like be kind.
Yeah,
people.
you can disagree without being disagreeable.
Right.
And I think that's the most important thing: is to disagree without being disagreeable, without being mean, without being unkind. You know, you can consider and take into account the other person's perspective without actually personalizing it, making it a personal attack on them.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And as an artist, like I can't imagine, like they say, oh, you should never get political. I'm like, how can I not be in this time? Like I have a lot to say, and I find that all of these subjects that we're talking about, these quote crazy, like political subjects that make people feel so crazy. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about these things because they're interesting to me.
So what can we expect now? What's on this week's agenda?
This week's agenda, I'm flying to Washington, D.C., CPAC, and maybe Trump will be there. Other great people are going to be there. I'm going to meet all of them, do the whole media rounds.
Do you know what you're going to wear?
I do.
The statement has been planned.
Yeah, fashion is always forefront. Shout out to Elena Nazaroff, my stylist. Fashion is always a forefront for me, so I'll definitely be bringing fashion, and then I'm going to be headlining a big show called the Built in America Expo and Music Festival. My first super headlining in front of 25,000
Congratulations.
people. So it's a real freaking.
Well, we hope that he gives you a kiss, just like Britney Spears and Madonna on the thing.
I would love that.
Make a statement.
I'd love to kiss him. That'd be so funny.
Tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey.
You guys can follow me at Ricky Rebel Rocks everywhere.
That's right. Ricky Rebel rocks. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more. Good morning, La La Land. I love you so much. Congratulations, Ricky. Safe travels.
Love that.
Where's the bicycle?
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? Ever Talk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network. EverTalk is a platform that offers insight, inspiration, and thought-provoking conversations on positivity, wellness, Insta-fame, and empowerment, all while celebrating the trials and triumphs of those who are truly igniting a change in the world.
I was really surprised and I was really thankful for how well it was received.
That's where your supernatural powers come on. That's where the magic happens. That's where you live heaven on earth.
I was left to research everything on my own because I'm like, nothing else outside of me is helping me right now. I have to figure this out.
When we want folks to be good teammates or to be leaders, you confront behavior, you don't confront personalities.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop.
We have a universal sign to say it's okay to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the universe is saying, please chill out a little bit, you know? So
Right.
we need to listen to that.
Jessamine, you are absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to try at all. It's like I walked in this morning, you're the first person I met, I went, she is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And
Tell me more. As you said, pick up the phone, like turn that text, before you turn it into a date, let's turn it into a phone call.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop. EverTalk is hashtag community powered, and we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. Nothing like transforming your life than some spiritual work. And these goddesses are here to take us through some transformation. So we have Roxy, our magical Roxy, Nikki Starr, and Dr. Seda. Seda. I knew I wouldn't say it right. We're going to talk about your Reiki Master course.
Teacher training.
Teacher
course.
training.
Yeah, it's facilitator teacher training course.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly is that?
So we decided to, we wanted to bring together a teacher training program that was unlike anything in LA to really infuse, you know, all of us come from such different backgrounds. I'm an energy healer, sound healer. Dr. Nikki Starr, you know, was a doctor before, now gone holistic energy healer, and Dr. Sada Simran is a doula, a psychologist, and a Kundalini instructor. So we wanted to really incorporate a program that brings together all these different teachings, because there's a lot of people being, you know, waking up to, you know, stepping into their healer self or wanting to instruct. So we wanted to create a program that would entail, you know, all these different modalities.
As a doctor of divinity, I'm going to not lie. I still do not know what it means to be a Reiki healer. I mean, I don't understand what it is.
So Reiki healer or healer, you know.
I know what a healer is, but Reiki.
So Reiki is just, it's a Japanese method. So it's, you know, a Reiki healer means universal life force energy. So it's connecting to prana energy to bring harmony back into your body. So as a Reiki practitioner, for example, or any type of healer, they're connecting with the divine like intelligence energy to really bring your body back into harmony, because any disease like cancer or a cold, it's from an imbalance in your chakra system. So
I get that. So you could do that through sound, you could do that through breath, you could do that through specifically as Reiki. What's the modality in the process?
Well, I mean, the modality in the process is it just, I mean, so it starts a karmic and an energetic purification process. So are you
Well, I could share too, in the sense of like there's different types of energy healing. So Reiki is one type that comes from a very specific container and lineage of energy. So I do different kinds, which is more like light energy healing, light language healing, and also prana therapy, which is connected to breath and like the earth's energy. So Reiki is very specific from that Japanese lineage, and it uses symbols as well.
Symbols,
okay.
So how is you're still right? Yeah, it's okay. How have your lives changed since you discovered Reiki energy healing?
Yeah, Mine, I mean, everyone's a healer, so I'll let everyone speak. But what I love about it, because I think you're getting stuck on the healer, because I was in real estate when I opened this up in me. I was just like, okay, let me open up this gift. But what it does, it starts this energetic and karmic purification process. So if you're not in alignment with what you're supposed to do, it will definitely, one, bring up things for you to process, old emotions, old wounds, and it will align you on your path. So that's what it did for me, and it transformed me, being able to go through a series of events that I sold my business and was able to bring ceremony to life, but also, I want everyone to share theirs as well.
So we created this program because right now on the planet there's this massive energetic shift happening where people are waking up or becoming more spiritual. Even how you say Transformation Tuesday, all of a sudden someone can just wake up one day and be like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? And that's a little bit what happened with me as a medical doctor. I was traveling the world. I started doing yoga and meditation more for I wanted a hot body. That's why I started doing yoga, but then I didn't know it was going to change my consciousness. And then I was like, what am I doing? And so completely leaving that life behind to go into being a teacher, a guide, a facilitator. So that's what this program is. It's not just to be a Reiki healer. It's if you've been wanting to, even if you like sound bowls and you've been wanting to learn those, or you want to be a meditation instructor, or you just want to learn to guide groups, or you just want to go on a deep healing journey and just don't have guidance to do that. So this is a 9-month program that really takes you on a journey.
Love it. Taking all the tools, all the different modalities. Everything. Great. I love that.
And my experience is I had a phone conversation with my father one day, and he asked me if I was happy and if I was enjoying my life. And I told him I wanted to talk to my mother.
Sounds like me.
I'm like, I can't even cope with that question. And my father would die of a heart attack 2 hours later. And that was the last thing he said to me. And what I realized was that I wasn't happy. And I wasn't enjoying my life. And that's what this program is about. It's about deciding what kind of man you want to be. It's about deciding what kind of woman you want to be. And it's about trusting that you have these gifts within you and that it's your time now to manifest your spiritual destiny, to be your best self, to be your highest you. And that's what we're offering people with this program.
How did you discover what that was?
Very simply. I went through the process that we're going to take these people through in these next 9 months. And that is trial and error. I love this. I kind of like that. No, that's not for me. Because that's how most of us do it.
So that's what I love, that we've created this container, because when we went through the awakening process, you're divinely guided, but there was, besides being in real estate, I had 2 spiritual people around me, that was Travis. So you're seeking and you're learning in trial and error. So, we've created this community to bring everyone together and to hold that space of this self-discovery and awakening and finding your purpose and really stepping into your power. This is what this program is about, is really stepping into your power.
Love that.
And there's a thing like it in LA. There's different types of teacher trainings. Like you can go to a Kundalini teacher training. You can do a sound bath teacher training. You can do a meditation teacher training, or even just Reiki, where this is all of that together and more. Like we even do aromatherapy. We even are doing rituals and candle magic. And so really bringing back these ancient ways of working with the earth energy and using our magical witchy ways that a lot of people, crystals are becoming cool. All this is becoming really cool, but it actually works.
And it's so much about what you were talking about with your last guest, that you need to break into that polarity.
Yes.
We need to bust that.
Yes.
We need to respect what each other does. We have to have compassion for each other's path, to show kindness in everything that we do, because that is the path to make this world a peaceful place.
Yeah, well, and I think that you guys represent that. I mean, Roxy is, she's one of the most loving people I've ever met. She's so amazing, and I think it just shows that when you do this work, when you truly find that peace and you really radiate the light, people just know.
Yeah.
You don't even have to open your mouth, So you guys are just amazing embodying it. And it's so great that you guys all are doing it together. It's really profound.
Dream team.
The diversity. And that's like that oneness. We're coming back to oneness and really bringing lineages together and having that respect with that diversity and that complexity. Sharing each other's gifts.
You mean it's not
from each other.
dogma? I mean, yeah, right? You get to like try it all together. I love that.
It's totally experiential.
Yeah. So great. Good. So tell everyone about the actual program and how they can find it.
Okay. You can go on ceremonymeditation.com. We have a breakdown of all the modules. It's a 9-month program, 11 modules. So we go everything to activating the healer within, ceremony work, ritual, kundalini, breath work. I mean, you name it. Like, we're doing so many different facets of it, but the website has a full description of it. As well. At the end, we're going to be putting together a healing fair, so they'll be able to, create an event ceremony and experience it. And at the end, we're going to be doing practicum, so they can, teach us. So it's going to be so hands-on, and it's going to be an experience. It's going to be like going to a ritual or a moon ceremony, because it's, it's not just going to be like, here's the coursework. It's going to be like, let's dive in, let's dive in.
And what would you tell the person who thinks, wow, this does sound magical. I want to be involved, but I'm not spiritual enough. I haven't experienced this awakening. What would you tell that person?
It's still for you. Because you have that curiosity and attraction is like this guide that our soul is telling us, that's for you, that's for you. So if you feel that call, this is something within you, deep within your soul, that's asking to step up, to go on this journey.
It's a beautiful way to put it.
Listen to this call.
Sounds amazing. You're going to be birthing some new consciousness in 9 months. So check them out. Ceremony Meditation, Extraordinary Women, Extraordinary Program. Stay tuned. We're all done, I guess.
America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can listen to all of these interviews available as a podcast on iTunes. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing your time with us.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thanks, you guys.
It's going to be a good morning, LaLaLand.
I was like,